It is currently Monday. I am off. So I decided to hang out with my camera today. I just showered, got my water boiling for the tea, and I'm trying to finish this cup of water before my tea gets done. You're supposed to start your day off with a glass of water, so try to finish my water, make me this strawberry tea, and it's just passion tea and whipping cream and a lot of ice, and I love it, and it's great. And it's keto friendly for those who are keto or checking the carbs, so it's really awesome. Also, I always fidget right here because this is where my necklace that Tom got me sits, and whenever I take it off, it freaks me out because I always think I lost it, but I think it's on the side of our bed. Anywho, so today what I'm going to talk about is kind of my day for today. I don't have a ton of things going on. It's not a lot, you know? So I never think to turn my camera on and see if anybody would be interested in the weird things that I do all day. So I just took my shower. I got on comfy clothes. This is Tom's. And I did not even brush my hair. I literally just have a bun back here. So y'all are getting the authentic right now. The most authentic you're gonna get me, okay? So what I'm doing today. So reading update, let's start there. I have just finished 3 books. I am on book 4 of the new year, and so far my reading has been pretty okay. Pretty freaking okay. And it's awesome because I didn't know how to feel about the books that I chose to read first, because again, I am trying to read most of the books off of my shelves, and I'm freaking out because I have no idea some of the books that I had. So I was like, what have I been doing? Am I blacking out during, shopping events? Possibly. Let's be honest, this is me. We gotta work on that. But that is definitely taken a different approach this year, and it's been a lot of fun. So I finished 4 books. I am currently reading Bridget Kimmerer's More Than We Can Tell. This book, honey, I had no idea going in. I think I like it though. Not talking about the book, but I think I like not knowing what's going on in the stories prior to. For a very long time, I didn't read synopses or summaries or anything about books. I solely looked at the cover and said, yes or no, will I read? And I think that's gonna help me DNF my first book. Some of my friends have already talked about books that they hate, so I kind of stay away from those books. I think it's easier when you have similar taste in people's reading. What am I saying? I think it's easier to kind of avoid books that people have similar reading taste as you. So when people that I know, we love some of the same books, say stay away from a book, I just avoid that book. But I'm trying to get better at doing so, which is why I'm not reading summaries and why I'm not going based on what other people think. So anywho, this book. So here's a few things about it. Everyone knows, Curse So Dark and Lonely, really enjoyable read for me. I loved it. It was such a fun time. And although not many love the entire series, I, for one, enjoyed it. So that's how I was introduced to this author here. Now, I found out that I have 2 other books by her, and actually the second book is right here. Hold on. The second book is Call It What You Want. So I have this by her, and then I had More Than You Can Tell. Apparently, I was supposed to read Letters to the Lost. It was a kind of the same realm, but I dug into some research about it, and it's not necessary to enjoy this one, which is interesting because I'm literally 60% into this one. So anywho, 60% into this book, and there's a few things that I did not get. So one is there's some essay in here. There's discussion about essay in here. It's not like a part of the story plot, so you don't actually like, I don't want to say witness, but you're not a part of the essay. It's just being told that it happened. So if that is a trigger for you, just to kind of preference that, because afterwards when it happened, I went back to see like, is there any warnings in this book? I was already in it, so it didn't really matter. But it's definitely some warnings around that, as well as abuse. So again, warning, warning, warnings for those who, you know, you know. But the book overall, I'm kind of impressed. I think what I like about YA is just comparing the world from when I was a teenager to the things that teenagers experience now. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all my age, but what's the word I'm looking for? I definitely was in the generation where internet, social media was gradually coming a part of our lives. So I was right on that internet matters, but also you don't really need it kind of thing. And this is telling the story of Reeves and Emma, and so much of their chaos, so much of their conflict of the story is due to the internet and engaging with people you don't know or people you do know. It's so strange to me how the mind accepts the value of people, right? Like we get endorphins from it. We love it. I mean, I'm literally recording and talking to a camera for you all. So I get it now, but my brain is still processing like how something is so innovative and so creative to bring people closer together could also be used as something to distract and tear down people. It's so crazy, but really, really enjoying it. I personally am around like a 4.5 right now, but I also, again, still got some reading to do. So I plan on finishing this week because let's be honest, I'll probably end up finishing it tomorrow because I have to finish another book. Something more work related, but I need to finish that soon. So I need to hop on this, get it done. The next book I'm probably going to be reading is going to be Alice Adventures in Wonderland. I'm debating on starting that or the Hawthorne Legacy. Again, both are an option. One book that I will be starting this week that I didn't talk about in my TBR was a buddy read that was created completely after that video. And that's going to be the what is it called? 6 Crimson Cranes. I just purchased that. And a friend of mine was like, yeah, we should read it together. So I'm going to be starting that tomorrow. So actually, I might actually finish this today. I'm off. But the plan for today, the agenda for today, right? Besides reading. Besides reading is going to be writing my book. I am writing again. I am currently in the middle of 2 books and I like where they're going. I'm restructuring one book and the other one I'm just kind of free for all writing. And I'm really loving that. So I'm going to be doing some writing sprints today for myself, just to kind of give myself breaks, give myself time. I'm also researching new kind of apps to use. I currently use GoodNotes for everything when it comes to just like keeping track of things, my schedule, my agenda. I know a lot of people talk about using other apps, so I'm just going to kind of do some research on that today. And then, of course, I'll be reading. So I know I'm supposed to be off, but let's be honest, I don't know how to do that. So this is going to be being productive today. So I hope you enjoy this. This is very different. I have yet to do a kind of vlog in a very long time, and I don't know if I like them. I think I'm kind of boring. I kind of give y'all all I got in those videos that I release. So when you guys see me and I'm chill, you're like, Bonnie, are you okay? That is the conflict that I have. Because I have such a bright and upbeat and bubbly personality. People expect me to always be like that. And it's like, I'm human. Don't put me in this bubble, please, because I am human. You will see all shades, all forms of me. And people are like, no, I want you to be bubbly all the time. And I'm like, I'm bubbly like 90% of the time. The other 10, I'm like sleepy. or irritated or annoyed. You know, like, don't dehumanize me and put me in this bubble and expect me to always be a certain way. I realize that because then people say, oh, it's fake. And it's like, no, it's not fake. It's just I'm human and I have different emotions and different, you know, things apply to different occasions. Like, come on. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I'm also wedding planning. So, yeah, I get married in like 5 months, y'all. Woo! That sounds so close. In wedding terms, that's like a week. That's terrible. But yeah, for those who don't know, I'm totally getting married. Everyone knows my honeybee. Been with him forever, loves him forever. And honestly, COVID and life hit, and it really put a stinger in a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish. But I told myself, rather late than never. So, in 5 months, I'm getting married. Fun facts, if you guys didn't know. Not a big deal, totally small, totally just needs to be done kind of thing, because I'm kind of over it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of over it. I am not one of those girls who dreamed of my wedding. I'm not one of those girls who panted at the thought of a white dress. I'm just not one of those girls. So I had made the decision to make it very much me and just have a really great party. So I am really, really looking forward to that. Now, will I have the fancy, upbeat, whatever you want to call it, romantic, you know, romance literature kind of wedding later on? Possibly, who knows? But I've decided what's best for me, and everything is not for everybody. So I don't know. Would you guys want to see something like that? See my wedding, meet my family, meet my friends? Oh God, it's all chaos, just so y'all know ahead of time. Y'all know ahead. But comment down below if you would be interested in seeing my wedding. Also, my tea kettle is going off, so I will leave you guys here. Let me go grab my tea because I did not finish my water. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some work done. So when I say like I'm on this healthy kick, like, yeah, I'm probably overdoing it. So I was able to get a little bit of reading done. I was able to have a quick snack. That was good. But now I'm going to be doing a quick kind of writing sprint with myself. My goal is to just write for 30 minutes today, but I might actually do 45 because I haven't wrote in like 2 days. So I'm going to do that, and then afterwards, I think I'm gonna play my Switch for a few just to kind of relax a little bit further. I've been getting a lot of relaxing done, y'all. Like, y'all should be so proud of me. Just saying. But I like to write on my sofa in my office because it gets me away from my desk. I spend so much time at my desk and I don't sit here as often as I should. So today I'm gonna be writing here, and I'm gonna write for like 45 minutes, so that's what we're doing over here. I have my iPad right here because it has my timer. I like to time my writing just to make sure that I'm specifically focusing, and I always put my phone across the room. Now, what I love about this is that you have Apple, if you have an Apple phone. I'm at Apple everything. I mean, hello. But the good thing about Apple is that it gives you the option to focus, so you can really stop text messages and calls from coming, because literally all it takes is one person to text me and I'm on a social media site, I am doing something completely different. So my way of dealing with that is putting the focus on my iPad and keeping my phone far, far away from me when I'm trying to get work done. So if I'm ever late to a conversation with you, or I'm ever late responding in text, or I'm not answering my phone, it's probably because my phone's somewhere else. My phone is a huge distraction, which is interesting because my iPad is not. My iPad, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull up YouTube, pull up timers, and I can exit the world out. I can turn all my notifications off, but for some reason I can't do that with my phone. I struggle with doing it. It's not that I can't, I struggle with doing it. But it got cold, so I had to put socks in my robe on, so we getting real cozy today. I should read a cozy murder mystery today, now that I think about it. No, you're reading something else. Okay, y'all ignore me. Let me get some work done. Let's get y'all an update. So the update is, I read a book and I finished it. I read Alice Adventures in Wonderland, and that was so cute. I read it right before work yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to do like updates and whatever. But overall, I found it very cute, very poetic, if that makes sense. It was very childlike, and it was interesting to see the perspective of Alice, who was like literally doing the craziest crap. Like, as an adult, I'm listening and I'm like, this girl is wild. Like, she's just gonna follow this strange rabbit. Just gonna follow it. Anyway, but she was engaging with all of the different animals, and I thought that was so funny. I've especially loved the part where she was engaging with the mouse and telling the mouse how sweet her cat was, and the mouse like, I gotta get up out of here. Like, you tripping, ma'am. So that was funny. But overall, I did end up giving it 3 stars. It was definitely a nice way to warm my day for work, in my opinion. The other thing that I did yesterday was do some wedding stuff. Yesterday we finalized our location, as well as got our date. So we have the date and the location completely done. It's paid for, and it's nothing huge. Like, I think people think of weddings on this extreme, huge, glamorous, expensive scale. I'm not that kind of girl. I barely wanted a wedding. I was very much, let's go to the courthouse. After COVID kind of adjusted our plans multiple times, I was just kind of over it. So now that we're back into gear and doing the whole, let's do a wedding, let's do a small scale, let's just have, you know, close friends and family, and let's do it that way, I'm actually really getting excited about it. So I'm excited to be with my honey. We all know I'm gonna be with him forever, but the whole wedding part was always up in the air. So now we're officially getting married in 5 months. There is so much to be done, but there's a sense of calmness over me just seeing how he specifically is handling everything. I feel so relaxed and so calm. And I bring things to him expecting him to feel overwhelmed, and he's just like water. He's like a water in a stream. Like, no matter how much you shake it, he's just like, it's cool, we're good. So I'm feeling really great about that. Having a partner who understands when you need that additional support is so important. So for me, it was really great. I'm loving this version of him. This is him all the time, but like, again, this is a wedding, a bigger scale. People freak out and get nervous, and he's just like, we got this, it's cool, we'll make it happen. And I just need that reassurance right now, because we've already, again, experienced chaotic, crazy dates changing, money, COVID. Like, it's been such a crazy experience with like us planning a wedding. So I'm actually very happy that we decided to go this route, and I'm gonna take you guys on this journey. So you'll get some of these updates, and it's quick. I want this to be quick, meaning that I want it to be done this year, because we're planning to have children very, very soon. And the more we kind of postpone the wedding, the more we postpone having our family, you know, and establishing our roots, as my mom says. So that is just a small little conversation that I'll continue to have with you guys the more that I try these vlogs. And yeah, so then updates for the rest of the week. Tom's actually going out of town this weekend, so I have to take him to the airport in the morning, which I hate that, but I gotta do it. My boo's going on a golfing trip with his friends. So we have that. We have to take him to the airport in the morning, and then I have to come back and go to work for the next 2 days. I plan on finishing More Than We Can Tell within the next 2 days, but I also started, what is this book called? 6 Crimson Cranes. I am currently on the first couple of chapters, and so far so good. So far, so good. And it is a buddy read. So I'm probably going to read for another couple of days and then reach out to my person and just be like, yo, thoughts so far? What are you thinking? What are you vibing? What are you feeling? So yeah, that's kind of where I am today. I will definitely give you guys an update tonight because I think what I'm going to do, man, my sleep is all off because of the wedding. I woke up, I went to bed early, right? Trying to be a good person, be like, yo, go to bed early so you can get up early. That did not work out. I went to bed at 10 o'clock and I woke up at 3:50 last night or this morning. And I stayed up until 6 and went back to bed until 8, almost 9. So today is going to be wonky because my sleep schedule is wonky. So we will see how this goes. But I wanted to at least give you guys an update. Also, you guys want to hear a funny joke? I told someone at work that the reason I'm not coming to work, which it was my day off, but it was a joke. It was like, oh, the reason I'm off is because I ran out of notepads. Why the hell did they send me notepads to be funny? I thought that was so funny. Like, oh, you're such a jerk. And then the note said, make sure you bring those to work with you. So it was really cute. It was really sweet. But yes. That is all I have for you guys. I will catch up with you all when I do a writing and reading sprint later tonight. So, BRB. Hi friends. So we're going to vlog this thing out. I'm currently putting books back on my shelves because your girl bought books and just recorded a video or a haul about it. So that's fun. But I have not updated in a couple of days. So I need to give you guys an update. Also, I now currently have so many cozy murder mysteries, and your girl ain't complaining. I am so excited about it. But now I have this row. So down here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have 3 layers, so 3 stacks of cozies, and then I have 2 stacks in front of those 3. And now I have here. And then I just got some teen books by R.L. Stein. So I'm currently running out of shelf room, so I'm gonna probably have to do a unhaul pretty soon. I kind of started already actually. So I start pulling my process, right? Let's talk a little bit about my process. When I am about to unhaul, I just literally stand in front of my bookshelves and be like, am I gonna read this? Am I gonna read this? No, drop it to the floor. And then whatever hits the floor, I can't go back. There is no going back. You put it on the floor for a reason. Let it go, sis. So I need to do that. I did start. I put some, what books did I actually start with? I have Odd One Out by Nick Stone. I have a Kate Otto book. And then someone gifted me Goldfinch, not knowing that Donna Tartt is a tart and a racist tart. And I was like, huh, yeah, sorry, not sorry. You could keep it. But then they were like, I don't know what to do with it. And they left it here. And I'm like, ugh, okay, if you don't want it, I'm just gonna go unhaul it somewhere. But anywho, I need to go through my shelves. As you can see, they're not terrible, but I am definitely running out of room. Like, definitely. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm getting the hang of the whole vlogging piece, so you know. But anywho, so I just came from brunch with a friend. My camera died, so what I was basically just trying to say is I am going to be doing an unhaul pretty soon. I need to, because I'm running out of space on my shelves. Also, shout out to this author for sending me this book. Appreciate you. Here she is. Appreciate you. I'm going to be taking that over to my nephews pretty soon, but anywho, unhaul needs to happen. There are books that I've had since I've started this channel, at least 3 years. Here's the thing. I've yet to read them all. So I think what I want to do and this is just spitballing because we're vlogging and that's what we do in a vlog, is to basically write down all the books that I kind of want to read still, and hopefully throughout this year I read them and determine whether or not I keep them. But let me actually sit y'all down real quick so I can give y'all an update on my reading. Right? Oh, also, this is what I'm looking at when I'm recording. So, pictures of fam and friends, and then my board and my Doctor Who calendar. So, I know I always show you guys behind me. Now you get to see the whole shebang. Ooh, okay, let's do this. My camera died, so I went to go hang out with a friend from college. I literally haven't seen her since graduation. It was fantastic. I miss her, I love her, and now she lives here. So now I have someone I could harass, and we literally just talked about going to the bookstore after I'm on a book buying ban, and she's like, that's okay. You could still get gifts for books, and I'm like, oh, don't tempt me, boo, don't tempt me. Anywho, so reading update, like I said, just finished 6 Crimson Cranes, right? And phenomenal. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think Kristen Cashore, the writer of The Graceling, I think that's her name, she actually blurbed the book as a great read too. So I was really interested because I have both. And I decided to go ahead and buddy read Crimson Cranes, 6 Crimson Cranes or whatever, and I was not expecting it to be so good. Like, I thought it was cute, right? Like, I thought it was fire, but I didn't know it was fire with like Tabasco sauce on it. So, I strongly recommend that book now. It was magical, it was twists and turns, it was giving me a little romance, a little bit of family love. So I definitely enjoyed that book. Read it in 3 days. So just saying, good book. I also finished More Than We Can Tell, and that one's by Bridget Kimmermer. And that one actually, I stayed up to finish, because I really wanted to be done with it. Not in a bad way, but I just wanted to get the book out of the way, you know, and finally got that done, and I have a lot of feelings. It went from like a cute little romance to like having a bunch of content warnings, or at least, how do I say this? It wasn't things that you see, it was more of them talking about things that happen. So if you have like worries going into books that talks about like SA and child abuse and just abduction type stuff, you might want to take a step back from this book. I was definitely impressed with the conversations that were being had between the characters. I love that. And it was also very realistic for me as far as like being that teenager and having feelings about your parents and also about your future. Like, I felt like it was very modern and very up to date with some of the things that was going on in the book. Now, this book tackles some things, y'all. It tackles so many things, and I can appreciate the approach that she took on writing this. This was a good read. So ultimately, I gave Crimson Cranes, I think 4.5, rounding it to like 5 stars. And then for More Than We Can Tell, I went ahead and gave that 3.5 stars. So I think both were some really fantastic reads. Okay, so I'm supposed to be doing a private sprint with some of my book besties. So I need to do that. And then I also need to decide on what book I'm about to start, because I'm in a a physical reading mode or mood. So let's see, we have 2 options right now. I just finished 2 kind of thick books, so I'm not sure if I'm ready to dive into 2 thick books again, but I think I'm gonna start Genuine Fraud. Have You Ever Wanted to Be Someone Else? So we have this. We could start this. But then I also said I was going to start the Hawthorne Legacy. So I think what I'm going to do is start here for the first sprint and then start the other one in the next kind of reading sprint. Because we need some time between this two. Yeah. And it is going to be a smooth night. I went to run all my errands today. Sorry, I forgot to bring my camera. Also, I lowered my chair, so this looks really weird. You guys look really high. But went to run my errands, got stuff dropped off. Tom is still out of town. I took my boo out of town. And he's in Arizona on a golf trip, so it's literally just little old me. It's Saturday night. I just came from dinner. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to wind down. I'm such an old lady. It's only, look, it's literally only 9:03. But grandma gotta relax, okay? Relax and rest. Tomorrow's game plan is to wake up, do Jen's sprint. I want to watch them so I can get some reading done early in the morning. And then I have some planning to do, and a friend of mine is going to stop over tomorrow too. So I won't have a lot of time in the morning to read. I do have to do laundry though, so maybe I should start laundry while we sprint. I don't want to do laundry. Anyway, so then what I'm going to do after that, I do have to pick up Tom from the airport tomorrow. Ooh, decisions. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to unwind, put some cozy clothes on, and then I'm going to sprint. So now that I have on comfy clothes, I'm about to do a quick sprint, and I just wanted to show you guys this book my sister gave me for Christmas. I think it's from Barnes & Noble, but it's my book journal, a reading diary for, you know, us. But here is what it looks like, and I have started using it. I still need to write down the titles of each book. So they have like this title page where you just kind of write each book's title in, and that's pretty much all you have to write. But then each individual each individual book gets like its own page. So I did fill that out, and it does have a section where it talks about like the main subject and then my review or my thoughts on it. And honestly, I like it. I think it's my version of annotating a book because I'm not writing physically in the book, but I did kind of post like my thoughts as I was reading along, like chapters or pages and stuff like that. I just did this sporadically, nothing planned, but I actually really like it. I may have like figured out the way that I want to continue to track my books and my reading and my thoughts about reading. Because there's always like the apps that we have, like you have Goodreads, you have Storygraph, and those are fine. But I personally can't think about everything I read when I'm doing a review. I'm just like, I don't even remember like my feelings about it. So this actually helps me kind of like track what I was feeling in the moment. So every time I do a reading session or I read for a period of time, I come to here, write what I feel, and just like a quick sentence, and it literally just made my day. So for those who are trying to find different ways to track things, I strongly recommend it. It's a goodie. Well, I am going to fill out mine. I decided on going forward and starting the Hawthorne Legacy. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading that and then give myself some time to relax. It is kind of late, so I'm probably only going to read for like an hour. And then I'm probably going to spend the rest of the night watching TV. So that's my updates, and I will see you guys later. Toodles noodles.